has been pretty consistent, career high 74 back in Feb 2017. You look back over the recent years, he does have a predominantly clay court program, schedule, if you like. So he'll be tough to beat on this one. You do get these guys who, you know, they're not quite at the top of the game, but they are very, very difficult to beat, and put him in that category. Good win against Jarry in round one, and Delbonis, a very experienced player as well, who's the number 3 seed. That was an excellent battle for Monteiro to get through that particular encounter.
Well, looking to reach his third career semi-final. Born in Fortaleza in Brazil, now resident in Buenos Aires, which is coincidentally where his opponent, Baez, is also based these days.
30 seconds.
Made the quarterfinal in Adelaide at the start of the year.
And chose to receive.
And as we mentioned, they are meeting for the second time in as many weeks here. That was quite a match in Rio. Same surface, but different conditions down at sea level, I guess.
Yeah, it's interesting when you look at the head-to-head, because they played twice on clay last year, and Baez won pretty comfortably, 4-love, 1-4. So Monteiro to come through that one, that would be more of a surprise. So we'll see today how they adapt their games to it. Certainly Monteiro will have confidence coming into this one.
Picture-perfect conditions here in Santiago, just the faintest of breezes on an otherwise gorgeous day today. Thermometer touching 30 degrees Celsius. Approaching midday, and semi-final places up for grabs today.
Premier set, al servicio, Thiago Monteiro.
And it'll be the Brazilian, Thiago Monteiro, who'll get us underway, and the young Argentine, Sebastian Baez, closest to camera to receive.
See early on, first point there, Baez looking to dictate with that forehand. That forehand is a real weapon. He'll certainly be trying to get his game built around that particular shot. But against Monteiro, you know you're going to have to hit more than 2 or 3 balls. This guy gets a lot of balls back.
Could be in for some long rallies.
Left first. Let's first serve.
The consistency of Baez's play caught the eye in his previous round. Just making his opponent play one more ball relentlessly.
Today, 30-15.
Again, the forehand dictating the whole tempo of that rally.
Return
was the key shot in that point. It was a wicked angle, which really opened up the court nicely for him.
Clean winner this time.
30-40, 30-40.
A lovely return, getting around that ball very early.
Frustrating. Carving out an early break point. This man, though, also difficult to break down. Super angle, really mature play. Remember, he's still only 21.
I like the variation in height as well from Baez. We saw a high ball, then a flatter forehand. Eventually got the short one. Nice early preparation there of the racket going back. Plenty of time to take on that shot. Very smart there, because Baez expecting the lefty to put the swing serve out wide.
Call stance.
Monteiro.
This opening game, perhaps setting the tone for the match.
Unfortunately with the bounce, it was a shocker of a bounce. This one didn't come up at all, just straight off the line.
Terrific. So much more comfortable on the forehand. Monteiro looking to try and take it away from his opponent's forehand, but terrific. Riding the hitting zone. So a third opportunity here.
Set up through the serve. We serve out wide.
Baez isn't the only one with a potent forehand.
Into
the 10th minute of this opening game of the match. Sealed with an ace. Well, it took his time, but he'll feel very relieved to have come through that, and frustration for Baez.
Nice little loosener to open up the match. Important that first game to get that hold, and he's pleased. Look at his reaction there. If he lost that game mentally, that can have an effect. So confidence-wise, hitting an ace to get through that long game is a real boost.
Sebastian Gutierrez there, coach of Sebastian Baez. They've been together for many, many years, his formative years. Very much a father figure to Baez.
Al servicio, Sebastian Baez.
Of course, we saw they met last week in Rio. Baez took the first set comfortably, 6-1, but lost the match.
Treinta 30 love.
Anything short, then you're in trouble. Return from Monteiro, just in a nice position there for Baez to take on that forehand.
Quarenta 15, 40-15.
Well, what a contrast in opening service games. Baez comfortably on the board. Worth reminding ourselves that he broke Monteiro in the previous match 7 times in the match, so he'll be looking to continue that sort of aggressive returning. Once again, the depth of the return.
15 all.
Conditions here very different, Chris, aren't they, to down at sea level in Rio? Bit of altitude. Ball flying through the air.
Flying through a little quicker, isn't it? We've seen a couple of occasions, both players just being caught by the pace. But yeah, a little help from the environment.
$30-15, 30-15.
Court's nice and dry for this first match. I've been watering very heavily in advance of play starting, which means the clay is often quite cloying and heavy for the first match.
You see there the speed that ball jumped up on Baez, caught by the pace.
40-15. Monteiro.
Altogether more comfortable for Monteiro, second time around. And despite those opening 3 break points against, we're still on serve here. Opening set, Monteiro leading 2-1. First time we've been in the commentary box since we heard the news we're going to have a new world #1 come Monday morning. What do you make of that?
Great. I think Medvedev, I love watching him play. Lucky, wasn't he, in the Aussie Open beginning of the year. But I think it's healthy. It's good for the game to see someone different up there. Haven't been too many new #1s who haven't been Federer, Nadal or Djokovic in recent years. So really good for the game to see a different sort of player at the top of the game. And as I say, I like him because he's a little different. He brings something which is a little funky in his technique. And it's good. Very good for the game.
So a worthy successor. And have we seen the last of Novak Djokovic as world #1? A question of when he'll be back or if he'll be back.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Well, the courts here in Santiago looking absolutely immaculate. Well looked after all week. We did have a little bit of loose clay behind each of the baselines at the start of the week. There was a little bit of running repair required, but playing quite nicely. Although, Chris, you'll know this, all the inconsistencies of the clay court, that's just part of the territory, isn't it, I guess, on this surface?
It is. That's why when you see a lot of juniors that are brought up on the surface, that they learn to play the game, they learn to adapt to bounces, and the movement is different. That's why it's important for juniors to try and spend some time on the clay. Certainly, if I look at the players in the UK, they spend a lot of time on indoor courts where the ball comes through fast and it stays low. Out on the clay, it's different movement, different heights you're hitting the ball from. And you have to really learn to play the game. You've got to be more patient. You've got to try and work out the patterns and, you know, really understand how to play on the surface.
Does playing on the clay make you a better all-round player across all surfaces generally?
It does now, because all the courts are slower. You know, in my day, I like to go back to my day. I still remember that in the 90s.
17th century.
Yeah, yes, no, not quite so far. But it was more difficult to go from clay, slow courts, to the fast grass courts, for example, Wimbledon, because they were just so much quicker. And it was more difficult then for players to adapt. But now, you go from clay, you go onto grass, a lot of the players playing from the back of the court now, and it's a lot easier to adapt your game onto any surface.
Another ball that stayed low there.
Baez off the line. Even that one just shot up on that occasion.
That was a chance. Court opened up nicely for him.
40-15. 40-15.
Terrific. Really good to see Baez instinctively coming in. Likes to get forward. And he'll be aware, Chris, that his 2 service holes have come much more easily than his opponents.
He's only 5'7", isn't he? So I think it shows that you don't have to be tall to be good in this game. I know a lot of the players are, and I think there was one stat, wasn't there, where the top 10 guys were average was like something like 6'9" or 6'7". It was really, really tall.
Inside in opportunity was there.
15 love.
Yeah, 5'7", coincidentally the same height as Thiago Schwartzman. Also from Argentina, of course. Plenty of exercise today, Greg Allensworth. Well, Monteiro will be disappointed if this gets overruled. Accepts the decision. Well, that'll make matters worse because he thought he was 30 love up.
15 all.
Serves in the key times as Monteiro.
Too good. Really excellent clay court play by Monteiro.
Love the thinking here with the drop shot. Given his opponent is a long way back, it was a good combination, lovely disguise.
40-30.
Monteiro definitely having to work harder for his service holes so far in this opening set. But despite that, once again he comes through unscathed. 3-2 Monteiro. Decent crowds all week, building pretty much day by day. Had a wonderful crowd in last night for the all-Chilean matchup between Christian Garin and Alejandro Tabilo. Not surprisingly, great atmosphere. Garin, the defending champion, surprisingly beaten. So his patchy start to the year continues. %60 capacity this week. Still operating under COVID restrictions. This man looks a real prospect, doesn't he? Coached, as I mentioned, by Sebastian Gutierrez, also mentored by the big man himself, Juan Martín del Potro. He's been helping him out as well. Just talking in the break about Juan Martín del Potro. Sad if we've seen the last of him.
It is.
Do you think we have?
Yeah, I mean, how many injuries has he had? I mean, it's just he's done so well to come back as often as he has, and it's a shame because he was the one player who could mix it with those boys at the top. Big game, huge forehand. Yeah, he will be missed. I can't see him making another comeback. Well, he hasn't, is he? He sort of said that he's stopping now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very hard watch. Great defense from Monteiro and pulling the trigger.
0-15, love 15.
Certainly the battle of the forehands out here today.
Point to the backhand there. It's a relatively free point that Monteiro's given away. Forehand from Monteiro is so much more potent than the backhand. That's where the errors are coming from. Doesn't look as comfortable, isn't able to generate as he can do off the forehand side.
It's a rare miss off the forehand from Baez, but pegged back. Not the cleanest of strikes, for which he apologises, but the forehand before that did all the damage.
Interesting. Looked all wrong, didn't it? But it ended up well.
It just didn't come up either, did it? First bit of pressure on the Baez serve here. Remember, it was he who had the 3 break-point opportunities in the very opening game. And now here's one for the Brazilian.
Monteiro.
Again, it's the backhand that's breaking down. That was a huge dig there from Baez.
Yeah, just solid in the end there from Baez. He dealt very well with some of those forehands because they were jumping up really high onto his backhand.
Line for serve.
Too much. Just over-pressing, over-eager.
Baez.
Well, that's a great get under pressure. So both players now have come through some sticky moments against break points.
Line for serve.
Really good depth there on that return of serve.
0-15. Love 15.
Really good high. Look at the top spin on that ball. Just a little slow of his footwork, Monteiro there. Didn't quite get behind the ball.
0-30.
A bit more pressure being felt by Monteiro, a bit tight on the arm there.
Love 30. Kids at 30, 15-30.
Oh dear, it's a shame. Got himself settled in the rally.
30 iguais, 30 all. Cuarenta, 30, 40, 30. Ball. Correction ball is good. Fuego.
Overall from the chair. And that's a good recovery there from Monteiro. Difficulty at love 30 down, but comes back to take that, moves ahead 4-3.
Interesting when you look at Monteiro's serve stats. Very good behind the first serve, only lost 3 points, 16 out of 19, but it's behind the second serve. That's a little bit more of a worry, just won 4 out of 12, so it does show how important for him making that first serve. His first serve percentage just over 60%, so healthy.
Certainly no surprise that the previous meeting went 3 sets, pretty evenly matched these two. Left-hander and the right-hander with dangerous forehands. Time for a quiz question, Chris.
Oh,
which I know is always a highlight of your commentaries with me. We had Federico Coria here this week in Santiago, beaten by Hanfman in the end, but he is one of only 5 sets of brothers who have both reached the top 100 in singles. Obviously, Guillermo, his better-known brother. So apart from the Coria brothers, can you name the other 4 sets of brothers who reached the top 100, both in singles?
it doesn't have to be current.
No.
Rockrush brothers.
Correct.
Oliver and Christoph.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Left first serve.
Surundula. Is that how you say
15
it?
15 love.
Yep. Sorondolo. Yep.
Yeah,
Very current.
yeah. How more have I got to get to?
2 more.
I like this question, it's a good one.
That's a rare mess on the forehand, under no particular pressure. Baez.
You say got to be singles?
Singles only. Yeah, both players. Top 100. Just a dip in level here from Baez. Just to be careful.
15-30.
Lepenti.
Nope.
Good shout.
It was a good shout.
Forehand here. Baez has really gone missing.
15-40.
Well, this is unusual, isn't it? We've been complimenting the Baez forehand, rightly so, in this match. Worrying moments here for the Argentine.
Wayne Black, bar in black.
That's better.
They were both top 100.
I'd have to check that. It's not on my list. I may be right.
30-40.
But in terms of what's on my list, you're
Your
wrong.
quiz is void then.
We were doing so well. Well, this is a great recovery here.
Iguales. Deuce.
Neither player prepared to give up their serve.
Both have served well at the key moments.
Well played. Rally the match so far by some distance. Outstanding play from both players.
Yeah, had enough of that rally, didn't he? Baez.
Iguales.
It was a drop shot, but it was a shot they checked down on. Monteiro did well. I feel like there's an American brothers that were in the top 100. Obviously, Ryan brothers in doubles, but not singles at the same time. Just being solid here, Monteiro.
Monteiro.
That's well played. So Monteiro knocking on the door here, but not able to push it through. Well, the quiz adjudicator has just come back and confirmed that you're absolutely right. Byron and Wayne Black, both inside the top 100.
Wow. You're going to have to tell me the other two to put me out of my misery.
Well, you'll be kicking yourself on one of the pairs because they're both still active. And one of the brothers has been in the news very much this week.
Medvedev's, sorry, the Zverev's.
Iguales.
Misha Alexander. And the final one.
Okay, I'll put you out of misery. Jürgen and Gerald Melzer.
Yep, I wouldn't have got that, but yes.
Zverev, Melzer, Rojas, Correa, Cerundolo, and Black.
Led for serve.
Just pleased I trumped you on the Black brothers.
Yes, well, you've transformed an excellent quiz into an outstanding quiz. Monteiro feels this is his moment.
That's a really heavy forehand, this one.
Monteiro.
Look at the pace right in the corner, sets up nicely behind the ball.
Just cannot convert that all-elusive break point.
Deuce.
And the longer this goes on, the more frustrating it will be for Monteiro. That's 6 from 6. Baez has saved now. 9 for the match across the two players.
Ventaja, Baez.
Terrific. It needed a forehand of the highest quality to get out of jail, but he produced it.
Juegos iguales. 4 games all.
Good hold that.
Really good hold. So both players have experienced that feeling of being right up against it and coming through unscathed. You mentioned Monteiro in the opening game, 10 minutes long. Now Baez.
Led. Second serve. Quince 0, 15 love. Trade 0, 30 love.
It's interesting, this first set, the game before and this game, you know, really crucial part to the match, and the level has actually dropped quite a bit. You know, there's a lot higher in the opening exchanges the first few games, but the last couple of games, a lot of points being given away.
Oh, he's pushed that long as well.
30 all.
I agree, the unforced errors mounting up from both sides, which just shows you how much tension is out there. Pendulum swings back towards Baez.
30, 40.
Poor 3 points.
30, 40.
30 love up.
There we are, finally at the 10th attempt in the match. A break point is converted and it goes to Baez. And will that be a set-winning break of serve? Can't take anything for granted, but he has the lead, 5-4. Well, that will feel good if you're Baez.
Yeah, did well from love 30 in that game. Monteiro just went away there, didn't he? A few 3 points been given away, and on that occasion Baez was able to take the opportunity. Good return. I mean, ball jumping up high, he's really struggled with that high backhand. It's not easy against a lefty, but he dealt well with the ball on the last point. It doesn't take much in these sort of matches mentally for players to, you know, struggle. You know, a lot of these games have been really tight. You know, been on court now. I mean, it's 9 games gone, and over 50 minutes of play. You know, the rallies have been pretty long, and it's really important for either player to be really mentally tough at the key moments.
Well, a real test here for the younger of the two players, still only 21 years old. Monteiro with much more experience on the tour at 27. Apologies for the breakup in pictures from Santiago. A few technical gremlins in the system. Oh, terrific. 2 excellent shots there. The half volley pickup from Baez was special in itself, but reply from Monteiro.
Yeah, it's a lovely slice backhand, especially as Baez was coming forwards there, wasn't able to adjust.
Oh, goodness me, that could be costly.
Yeah.
That could be very, very costly. Serving for the set. We're not surprised, are we? It just felt nervy.
That was certainly a nervy volley.
It's all unraveling.
40, love 40.
Monteiro over the years has shown himself to be one tough competitor. swept away. But all credit to Baez. Goodness me, didn't he do well to adjust to that ball that hardly got up at all. Well, Monteiro back in business here. We waited 9 games for the first break of serve, and then we got a couple back-to-back.
Yeah, that volley, that love 15 was really the point that hurt Baez. Could have got that back to 15, or it's then got a different outlook. But all credit, Monteiro doesn't go away. Really puts himself on the line and just he makes it tough for you. You've really got to beat this guy. And momentum now is well and truly shifted to Monteiro.
Just lacking conviction there. Semi-final place up for grabs. This is a big match.
Treinta 15, 30-15.
Baez still very much in this opening set.
30 iguales, 30 all. Treinta, 40, 30.
He's standing away quite a way back there to give him time to make that ball. So he did have the time, but overhit on this occasion.
Again, that could be costly. That's a very makeable ball for Monteiro, particularly with his forehand. Didn't need to be that good.
Monteiro.
Those awkward shots where the ball's jumping high up on the backhand.
That's terrific defence from Baez. Up against it for most of that exchange.
Lovely movement here. Look at the slide into that backhand. Get a look at it there, sliding on that left leg, the outside leg.
Into the second hour of this match already.
Baez.
A lifeline for Baez. He served for the set, remember, at 5-4, and got the break. Baez breaks for the second time, but rather handed to him by his opponent. A couple of loose shots there, some nervy serving, and he has a chance again to serve it out for the second time. So a long opening set, which still may have a little while to run here. Baez has been given another chance to serve it out.
Time.
A reminder, Facundo Bagnis, Albert Ramos Vidros will be the second match on, 8th seed against the 2nd seed. And then this evening, Pedro Martinez, the 2nd Spaniard, against Yannick Hanfan from Germany, Alejandro Tabilo against Miomir Kecmanovic to round things off.
Lennox for serve.
Good body language and good response here from Monteiro, who's all over that second serve.
Love 15.
bit of extra pop in that forehand.
15 iguales, 15.
Found his mark. That was bold and courageous.
Beautiful shot. Nice and accurate here with the forehand.
30-15.
Gets around that ball nice and early.
Inching in, closing in on this opening set. He's done it. 67 minutes of real drama and some tension. 13 break point opportunities, but in the end, it's the young Argentine, Baez, who sneaks over the line, 7-5.
Yeah, felt like a nervy set, particularly towards the end of it. Baez just holding his nerve better at the end and finished off really well in that last game. I mean, both players behind the serve, the first serve in particular, doing a lot of damage. Good numbers for both. Baez is just struggling a little bit behind his second, but one of those sets that really comes down to playing those big points well at the right times, and a lot of great points on offer for both players. But Baez was just immensely tough enough in the end.
So much tension in that opening set. So many opportunities, but as Chris said, it came down to who could play the really big pressure points, the better. So first strike to Sebastian Baez, but he'll be well aware that he also took the first set when they met in Rio last week, and back came Monteiro. How do you see it from here? Very different match, that first set.
Well, it'd be interesting. It's a tight one, and the fact that Monteiro lost that opening set, be interesting to see how he comes out in the second, to see whether he was affected by the loss of that opening set. From Baez's point of view, can he get ahead? For him, it's really important not to switch off here, because quite often we see players, when they win the first set, they then, maybe there's a bit of a loss of concentration, allows the opponent back in, it becomes a bit of a battle. So the start and the second is really important. But the opening set really just came down to 1 or 2 points, playing the big points better, well enough. That was the key area. Baez, I mean, he served for the set and played a poor game, then Monteiro played a poor game. It seemed at the end of that set that both players were gifting points to each other, and I think Monteiro just needs to just not gift away too many points on the key points. I mean, tactically, I think going up high to Baez's backhand is key. Certainly the forehand up high. is difficult for Baez to deal with, so he's got to keep with his game plan of doing that.
Well, the opening game, 10 minutes long, rather set the tone. We thought it'd be a long, close battle. 67 minutes for the opening set. Potentially 2 more to come. But that will be satisfying for this young man. So how will the Brazilian, Thiago Monteiro, respond?
Time. Segundo set al servicio. Monteiro.
They're not quite happy with the clay behind the baseline. They have 1 or 2 running repairs all week. Just breaking up a little bit, which obviously could be dangerous for the footing.
Beautifully done. Nice composure to finish off the point.
15-0, 15 love. Tercero, 30 love.
Well, he'll be hoping for a rather smoother opening game of this set compared to the opening game of the first set.
Tercero. 40 love.
Well played, and what a contrast between the opening game of these 2 sets. A love hold doctor ordered.
Yeah, a couple of times in that game, Monteiro coming forwards, transitioning to the net. I wonder if that's a tactic we'll see him use more often. Didn't come forwards that often, did he, in the opening set? And given that Baez likes to stand a long way back, it's a good tactic, especially with the drop volley afterwards.
And when you're working, Chris, as you do with juniors who come through and lose out on a really tight, long, emotional first set, we talk about resetting and refocusing. Very easy to say. How do you advise your juniors?
Well, I think you've got to show your opponent that you're not going to go away. I think body language and yeah, not giving up, not losing it mentally is really important. And also, you'd encourage them to just think about the tactics. What could you do differently in the second set? Or, Monteiro's point of view, maybe not that much. Maybe just come forward a bit more, play those big points a little better. So it's just trying to figure out what you can do to change.
Let's for serve. Iguales, 15 all.
It's a big match for this young man. It's only semi-finals. We mentioned it was at the Next Gen last year.
Treinta 15, 30-15.
Good thinking. Looks as though Baez has maintained his concentration here. It's a flatter backhand cross court there from Monteiro.
40-30, 40-30.
Important hole there for Baez.
1 game all.
To send a message to his opponent. Concentration levels still very high.
Por favor, el LED es el live picture. En vivo, por favor. Gracias.
More distractions for the server. Just the LED screen flickering.
Quince 0, 15 love.
terrific.
So well that Monteiro, that hook forehand cross court. Actually, Baez just taking his forehand a little earlier.
That's lovely shape on it, wasn't it? Full stretch. Beautiful control.
Wait, please.
Frustrating for Baez. He was onto it smartly enough.
40 love.
Backhand strike right in the corner there.
40-15, 40-15. Juego Monteiro. Monteiro gana dos juegos.
Positive start for both players at the beginning of this second set. Monteiro moves ahead by 2-1. Baez, one of a crop of young Argentines coming up through the rankings. And, you know, Chris, if you look at the top 100 there, it's looking pretty favourable for Argentina, despite the retirement of Del Potro we were referring to earlier on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, your brothers that you were talking about earlier, Cerundolo, I'm sure I said that correct.
Cerundolo, yeah.
Yeah, both in the top 100. A couple of aging ones in there as well. Bagnis, age 31, and Pella 31 as well. Del Bonis. And it looks good if you've got some young kids coming up as well. It certainly helps the cause.
Yes, Juan Manuel Cerundolo, 20 years old, and Baez, who are watching here at 21. Very much the future of Argentina tennis on the men's side. Different atmosphere in today. Nice weekend feel about it. Weekend starting later today. Perfect conditions, just a nice breeze if you're watching tennis, just to take the heat of the day out. It's probably the hottest day of the week so far. In fact, good conditions. We had just one day with a little bit of rain, but apart from that, it's been near perfect.
Talking about the debt of tennis in Argentina. I mean, I remember going back some years, he literally had like 10, 12 players in the top hundreds. We had like the likes of Nalbandian and Del Potro. You know, they really had a good crop of players.
An Albandian here in Santiago this week, as we saw last night, on coaching duties with Kitsmanovic.
Gaston Gaudio, Coria, Cella.
15-30.
Many top players.
Yeah, they've been blessed over the years.
Quince 15-40.
So now then, first opportunities of this second set opening up here for the Brazilian. Taken at the first opportunity. And no wonder he's roaring his approval there.
Gana 3 juegos a 1, 3 games to 1.
It's a good effort, has to be said. I mean, you know how well he fights, but he doesn't go anywhere, and that's the key. Beginning of the second, he's just been tough. He's got his opportunity, and now he's taking it.
Well, can he build on this early break?
Zero 15, love 15. Quince iguales, 15 all.
Body language from Monteiro is very good. Despite being a set down, being on the second, he's really kept positive.
Quince, 30-15.
Just starting to build up a head of steam here, you feel.
Iguales, 30 all. Cuarenta, 30, 40, 30.
Baez, not surprisingly, trying to retrieve this break at the earliest opportunity, but just over pressing.
Monteiro.
Well, that's a big hold. Clear daylight now, opening up in the second set.
4 games to 1.
Monteiro stretching ahead here. Just a single break, remember, but leading by 4 games to 1. Well, he's got himself into an excellent position here in this second set. It is just a single break. But he has the confidence of knowing that just literally last week, he came from behind and won in 3.
Yeah, that will certainly help. But I think it's just recognition of how tight the first set was. There's not much between them, and we said how important the beginning of the second set would be, and it's turned out that way because it hasn't affected him. The fact he lost the first, and he's just been really on it, mentally good positive body language. It's really important to show that when going a set down.
Moments these at the change. Staying cool. I've seen quite a few players, Chris, this week doing some mindfulness exercises. Bagness in particular, just taking himself away somewhere, just visualizing certain situations, eyes closed.
Quince 0, 15 love. Treinta 0, 30 love.
In one shot, I'm surprised I haven't seen a little more from both players. It is the drop shot, given the fact they both stand quite a long way back. A good example there when Baez is moving forward. Again, it's pretty tough to play that shot high up there on the backhand, and with Monteiro a long way back, just wonder if the little drop shot could work.
Cuarenta 15, 40, 15.
Yes, good point made. We've seen a lot of drop shots this week. I mentioned the first match of the day, typically when the court has been heavily watered. It's a good ploy to just make use of the fact that the clay was heavy. There's drop shot would die much more. Baez still very much in this second set, just the single break, remember.
That's the matchup that works well for Monteiro when he gets into that exchange cross-court where he's getting his forehand up high.
Monteiro, 30 love. Monteiro. 40 love.
Significantly better serving performance in this second set so far from Monteiro. Just the 1 point drop behind first serve. And that's White throwing in a couple of aces as well. Has the wind in his sails here, it appears, in this second set. Leading 2-5, 5-2. How much will the extra 6 years that he has on his opponent count? That's, you know, in tennis terms, that's quite a lot of tennis you can play in 6 years, I guess.
Experience, yeah, that will certainly help. As we've highlighted, they have played each other quite a few times, 3 times before. So, yeah, it's not like the experience is going to help, as in they don't know each other's game. So, you know, I just think it's just going to come down to the player. I keep saying, play those big points, the better. But it certainly looks like Monteiro at the moment is feeling pretty good about himself, playing some good tennis now.
En Santiago de Buquillo estamos disfrutando del mejor tenis. Open 2022.
Winner of this match, remember, will play either Facundo Bagnis of Argentina or Ramos Viñolas, the #2 seed. We could see an all-Argentine semi-final in the bottom half of the draw. Baez, though, in order to make it, needs to turn this second set around. Serving here to stay in it.
Monteiro 15, love 15.
Tricky little volley, dealt with it well.
15 iguales, 15 all.
Good movement forwards here. That was the key. Kept moving. Difference to that volley that he missed. The key point at the end of that first set.
Well played, Baez. Terrific dogged defense there from the Argentine.
30-15, 30-15.
Again, it's a point where you feel Monteiro could just come in to just play it short. Little drop shot there. Some of them he's on the front foot, and for me, it's quite a nice time there to put that one in.
It is a ploy that he uses on hard courts a lot more. Likes to slice as well.
40-15, 40-15.
It's probably one of the slowest aces you're going to see. But accurate was the key.
Light first serve. Gracias. Venga, Baez.
Baez asks the question.
5 juegos a 3, 5 games to 3.
A much quicker second set here after that marathon opener. So Monteiro then here with the second set on his racket.
Zero. 15 long.
Certainly the momentum all with the Brazilian here.
30 love.
He'll be looking to take this into what he hopes will be a deciding set. Terrific strike from Baez.
30-15.
Still believing he can turn this second set around.
Nice 3 point that from Monteiro.
40-15.
Well, he's worked hard in this second set, and it's been impressive temperamentally as much as anything else. Monteiro bounces back very emphatically indeed. He didn't let his head drop after that grueling opening set. Got the vital break in the fourth game of the second, and we're all square here. Game on, 6-3.
Good effort from Monteiro. Very good set of tennis.
So a comfort break for Thiago Monteiro, well deserved.
Interesting from Monteiro's point of view behind that serve. First serve percentage was a lot less at 46%, but incredible numbers behind it. In fact, he only lost 4 points behind that serve, and obviously had that one break point opportunity and was able to take it. So very good set. That'll be interesting for Baez to see how he can turn this one around, because Monteiro, having lost that first, came out really positively and has been able to turn this one around. Certainly plenty for Baez to think about here. Did well to win the first set. The second set got off to not such a good start. Monteiro really found that momentum. So certainly a lot of mind games out here. Good hitting from the back of the court, both players showing how well they can play on the clay. Some good height, good margins over the net. Monteiro really started using his forehand well, a lot of flick on that shot. Was able to get the ball up high to that backhand there of Baez. Really important to start this final set in a positive way. His opponent's gone off for a comfort break, so he just has a little bit longer there to sit down and think about how we can change this one around. But it's not going to be easy, because Monteiro, you feel, really started playing some good solid tennis, didn't give away so many free points, and for me that was one of the key factors, as well as only losing the 4 points behind his serve. That was very good serving.
Yeah, this is a challenge, isn't it, now for Baez? We'll find out what he's really made of. Again, we should remind everybody he's only 21 years old, hasn't been on the tour that long. Huge talent. But this will be some comeback to regroup and get through. This will be a significant victory, wouldn't it, for the youngster if he could come through. Hasn't actually made a semi-final on the tour proper. Just that semi-final at the next, I say just, terrific performance at the Next Gen Finals, beating Musetti and Korda and Gaston before losing out to Alcaraz on that occasion. But from here, Chris, would you have to favour Monteiro with the momentum and all the experience.
Yes, I think you do. Then we could have said after the first set we're going to favour Baez. It changes so quickly. But if you're a betting man right now, you'd say that Monteiro is looking good. You said he served well, less errors. Certainly looked in a good way the way he finished that second set. So certainly feel the momentum is with him. But it doesn't take much. These matches can change very quickly.
Baez has got a decent record against left-handers. 18 and 10 over the course of his career, and 11 and 4 over the last 12 months. 11 victories, 4 defeats. So a straight shootout here for a place in the last 4.
Semifinal al servicio Baez.
Well, sort of beginning of that second set, Monteiro coming forwards a little bit more. Same on that point. It's those little moves that just puts that seed of doubt in the opponent.
15 iguales, 15. Quince 30, 15-30.
Good body language here from Monteiro. I'm sure some of it's for the benefit of his opponent, just to send the message.
Disappointed there.
30 iguales, 30 all.
Made that, asked the question.
Out.
Goodness me.
30, 40.
I like the shot though.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. I think it needs a shot like that, but maybe it doesn't have to be as good as that because Monteiro is really on his back heels.
A gift for the Brazilian. And there it is. The gift is gratefully received here. And the best possible start for Monteiro in the decider. The momentum has carried into this deciding set.
I really like that energy that he's bringing here in the beginning of this final set.
Well, the challenge for Baez has just got a little bit harder. At least he's got almost the whole set to retrieve the break. Plenty of time.
important when you get that break is to keep on to your own serve.
Love 15. Iguales.
Right on the line.
15 all.
Said he only lost 4 points behind his serve in that second set. Very impressive.
Quince, 30-15.
Giving his pedal, foot close to the pedal, maintaining the pressure.
Quince, 40-15.
That's one of the reasons why he's winning so many points behind the serve, is the serve sets up his second shot so well.
Qualeta 30, 40-30.
Well, that's terrific. Baez digging deep here. It was a good serve again, but it was well dealt with by Baez.
Iguales, deuce.
You'd be wondering how he didn't win that point.
Really good point. Really good spread of the forehand there.
Monteiro.
You can often tell from the celebration, can't you? How much effort a player had to invest in a point. That was huge. Loose on the forehand.
Deuce.
This feels like a moment. Two hours on the match clock. He's put it just long.
Baez.
As Baez knows, making himself tough to beat.
Yeah, this is a great response, isn't it? Down the early break, the momentum from the second set, all with your opponent. We said this is where we'd find out how tough this guy is. Baez back in business.
A really good attitude from Baez there. It's all about finding your way through, and he did in that game. All of a sudden, it's Monteiro whose body language has stopped. Not so positive as he was.
That's terrific. Two excellent forehands from both players.
30-0, 30-love. Trenta 15, 30-15. Iguales, 30-all. Cuarenta, 30, 40, 30.
Another really tight game in this deciding set.
Adjusted his feet well. That forehand.
Iguales deuce.
Similar story, isn't it? You feel once a player gets ahead in the game, it's shots like that make the games difficult to win.
Well, he certainly has not enjoyed the luck of the draw, Baez, you have to say. We've had some inconsistent bounces on both sides of the net, but he seems to have suffered more than his opponent today. Complete lottery, of course.
Iguales deuce.
Keeping his aggression, controlled aggression, Baez.
Let for serve. Let for serve. Iguales deuce.
Well, opportunities for both players in this third game. It feels like this could be a crucial part of this deciding set.
Ventaja Baez.
7 minutes on this third game. And we had 10 minutes, didn't we, in the opening game of the match. Oh, mixing it up. Serve volley. We haven't seen that very much.
We haven't. It was a good move, though. I like the idea. A little change up there and actually got the ball where he wanted, but just swung a little too much on that volley.
Again, the attempt to just mix things up, not coming off. We had the serve volley attempt from Baez. Another really ineffective drop shot attempt from Monteiro. But you would applaud the intention.
I would applaud the intention of going for the drop shot. I'm not sure it was the right one. I was actually looking at the rally thinking there was a couple of shots before where he could have used it when Baez was a lot further behind the baseline.
Goodness me, well, that was nowhere near. That was a really poor drop shot.
It's quite interesting, actually, when we see them hit from the back of the court. They're obviously very comfortable. When we've seen them trying to mix it up, the skill factor isn't quite there. That drop shot way too high. We saw a serve volley, but not used to volleying. And, you know, I think both areas both these players could really improve on.
Yeah, you can tell that it just doesn't come naturally to either of them.
Monteiro.
Ball hitters, aren't they? Like to hit the ball with pace.
Baez.
The second break point is saved. Which way will this third game go? That's well played. Played with real authority as we hit the 10-minute mark for this third game. Finally, Baez holds serve, and that will feel like a break of serve. And now he's inviting the crowd to get involved. That will feel mighty good there. Baez then moves ahead 2-1.
Para enterarte de todo de una vez, como horarios, jugadores y partidos, te invitamos a revisar nuestras redes sociales.
Yeah, good hold that was. I mean, it must be such a relief to get through that one. The sort of games you get through, you can just build on the confidence of getting through that.
What will that hold do to Monteiro's resolve? Mentally, he's pretty impressive, though. Monteiro, made of pretty strong stuff. Conducts himself impressively, this young man, on the court. Really show very much at all.
Time.
How big a part of your coaching is on-court demeanour and behaviour?
Especially with the juniors, when you're working with the young kids at 12, 14, you know, you want to see them show some good body language, be positive. Try to work out what's going on. Not easy for young kids because they get so emotionally wrapped up in the moment, and there's so much into the outcome of the point. That's why it's really important. If you lose a point, it's just to, you know, blank it out, crack on with the next point. That's what you can learn as you get older. But yes, so much of it is, even with you know, the pro players, it's what you bring. It's your demeanour and your body language, which does mean a lot.
First serve. Love.
how difficult that ball is from Monteiro. It really did go up high, and for Baez, it's a real struggle when it's that high up.
Terceiro. 40 love. Fuego. Monteiro.
Well, what a contrast. A 10-minute game followed by a love hold, which was barely 2 minutes old.
2 games all.
So Monteiro mentally still appears to be in the moment. He's only reached 2 tour-level semi-finals in his career so far, so this would be a big deal.
Absolutely. I wonder if these things play in the back of the mind, because it's been some time since he's made that semi-finals.
Quince 0, 15 love.
Made the semis of the hardcourt event just for the Australian Open last year, Great Ocean Road.
Correction, ball was good.
You have to go back to 2018 in Quito on the clay, where he made the semis, lost to Albert Ramos Vinolas.
Will be in action next up on this court. Clean ace from Baez, by the way.
I mean, it's really tough. Any time the ball hits the line, it just shoots through. So difficult for the players to adjust.
40-50. Wait, please. Thank you.
Well, 2 successive comfortable holes as we approach the midway point of this deciding set. Too close to call here. Baez moves ahead 3-2. Well, this week brings the Golden Swing down in South America to a close. Many of these players will be heading to the US. Trying to qualify for the Masters, and then on to over to Europe, I'm sure, for the clay court season. Andy Murray, for one, has decided not to do the clay court season this year. Good decision.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
for him,
it's tough on the body, isn't it? I mean, he's just trying to get the most of what he can do with his body. Clay is demanding. It's a tough surface to change to. Then you change to the grass. That's not easy.
Out.
That could be costly. That was rather careless.
0-15, love 15.
Much better feel. Oh, the drop volley, probably the best one he's played in the entire match.
Really good hands.
30, love 30.
Actually, pretty difficult half volley to play. Just waited, didn't he? Didn't get forward that much, but lovely skill in the end.
It's a lovely feel off the strings.
Quince 30, 15-30.
Now then, opportunity knocking here for Baez.
Poor volley, wasn't it?
40.
Just shows the importance, though, from Baez just making Monteiro play that extra shot.
15-40.
Well, it's gifted. And it's Monteiro who's just lost his concentration here. And that 10-minute hold at 2-1 is starting to look significant here. Baez moves ahead. So easy to be smart with hindsight, but when you look back at those moments like the 2-1 hold.
Yeah, he's kept his head together well, Baez, in this final set. You thought Monteiro, because he was looking really good, very confident beginning of this final set.
Now it's all going well. All of a sudden, you can't miss with the short game.
Yep, great time to play it. Look at the positioning there for Monteiro. He's on his back foot. He can't see it coming. And Baez is playing that inside the court, so nice shot.
40.
He's running away with this final set now.
Well, you as a coach will be screaming, why haven't you played that drop shot more often? Baez cutting loose here in this deciding set. The gloves are off, and it's the Argentine who is striding towards the finish line here, just a game away from a place in the semi-final.
We've had a lot of long games in this match, but those last two games seem to have just flew past. And what a time in this match at 3-2 to play really two of your best games. Really important.
Coach Gutierrez there will be absolutely delighted with the response in this deciding set. Well, maximum value for money for spectators who've got tickets for this opening quarter-final. It's been a real grind at times from both players. A real mental challenge, as it always is, but particularly in this match, particularly in this third set. What has Monteiro got left in that reservoir of experience, serving here to stay in the match?
Quince 0, 15 love.
Oh, had to deal with it well. Had to be really careful with that volley and made it look easy.
30-0, 30 love.
Found the line. Good shape. Nice body position.
40-0, 40 love.
Monteiro does all he can do at this stage of the match. Put some extra pressure on his opponent to serve it out.
Perfect game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
At this stage, you don't want to give the game away. He's making sure he's staying on court. Over to you, Baez. Let's see what you've got. That's the question he's posing.
So far, so good. He too will be just playing the game point by point.
Iguales, 15 all.
These are the moments that really test you as a player.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Monteiro is looking a little bit more positive.
He knows this is a real test for Baez. So does he. Nope. Poor execution, and you wonder again whether that smacked a little bit of desperation.
It was panic, pure panic. And the wrong time to play it, and even if he had played it, it was so obvious. And that's what happens at these key moments.
40.
Thinking calmly under pressure is the old adage.
Let for serve.
Monteiro is not done yet. The Brazilian strikes back, and we're back on serve at the business end of this deciding set. Which way will it go? Baez leading 5-4.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Look back at Nadal, Australian Open, 2 sets down, 3-2 down. Great points against him, and he just made sure he didn't go away. And that's it's so important just to do that, not to show that you're giving up. Monteiro has done that. I mean, he's just saying, okay, I'm not going to let you have it. You know, if you're going to win this, you got to keep your head together. You got to beat me. You know, it's a really good lesson is, you know, just to stay on court, try and find a way.
And equally, it's a real test for Baez now, isn't it? Because he'll be hurting.
Baez here, I mean, what he's got to think here is think about the scoreline. He's still 5-4 up, final set.
He's still serving to stay in the match, and he's broken him once in the last few games. 2 breaks apiece in this deciding set. So fascinatingly poised here. Still pressure on the server, of course. Can Baez swing with a bit more freedom here?
0-15, love 15.
Pinpoint accuracy on that serve right in the corner.
15 all.
Just came up on that forehand.
30-15, 30-15.
Terrific. Hitting through the defences of Monteiro at this stage of the match. Very impressive.
Yep.
30 all.
A crucial moment, but nice and loose through that forehand.
He's so close. Goodness me. Well, he's convinced that's away. This will come down to the chair umpire. We've got a mark. Now then. It is away. Well, to the naked eye, that looked as though it may have caught something.
It's a good effort. He's gone after that forehand.
30-40.
2 hours and 40 minutes of really tense, nervy tennis. Match point to Baez. He's done it. Argentina triumphs over Brazil. And the young man, at 21 years old, has come through an absolute blockbuster here. Really impressive, both physically and mentally. Had to dig deep through some difficult moments. But it's Sebastian Baez who is through to his first ever tour-level semi-final. And what a performance from the man from Buenos Aires. He's come through 7-5, 3-6, 6-4.
Good effort. I mean, that was a real mental battle for both players, and Baez just kept it together when he needed it most. It looked like at one stage, beginning of the final set, Monteiro would get away with it because the momentum was certainly with him. But Baez dug deep. Even that last game was able to turn that one around. Disappointment though for Monteiro, came so close. Some moments of good tennis, but maybe just a few errors at the key moments cost him in the end. too much out of those numbers. Good serving percentage for both. Obviously, Baez just struggled a little bit more behind that second serve. But for me, it really comes down to taking those opportunities. Look at Monteiro there, a lot of break points, but only converted in 4 out of 13. So maybe he would like to have those break points back again. But really, these sort of encounters really comes down to how mentally tough you are. And Baez was really good when it mattered most.
So Sebastian Baez triumphant. Let's hear what he has to say. Here's his with Jaime Filiol. Just a slight delay. So it'll be interesting to hear what he's got to say about that victory. Surely one of the best of his career into his first tour level semi-final. Sebastian Baez at the age of 21. Interview coming now.
So congratulations, a tough 3-set match. This is probably a rematch from last week from Rio, also a 3rd set. Today was a very complicated first set. You were actually 3-4 with six break points against. You were able to knock that off, break them, serve for the first set, got broken, right? And then you just pulled it off after the 7-5 and then a tough closing out. Tell us a little bit how you managed that.
Well, it was so tough so much. I think Monteiro is now with a good level. Today I play well for moments. It's for him, but I think the ground, the people here was amazing. I think I had to be so focused on when I receive, because for the serve and everything is a little bit difficult, but I'm happy for today. It was so tough, and now to try to do the recovery as well as I can and try to be for the next match.
This is your first ATP Tour level semifinals. Must be feeling great. How are you going to be approaching this next match?
Well, was a new and good step, I think, but it's just one match more. I think I have to do better my things, my balls, my everything. So I'm happy, but today was a little bit lucky for the match. So I try to be happy on the limit and focus on the way.
Well, congratulations and good luck next round.
Thank you, and thank you, everyone.
So we have our first semi-finalist here in Santiago. It is Sebastian Baez, the number 7 seed from Argentina. And could he possibly have an Argentine opponent in Bagnis if he can come through against Ramos Vignolas later today. The first semi-finals we heard of his career at ATP Tour level, and a little bit of revenge for that defeat in Rio just last week. So a terrific day so far for Sebastian Baez. So 1 match down, 3 still to come. Coming up in a couple of minutes' time, it's the battle of the left-handers. Facundo Bagnis from Argentina against the number 2 seed, Albert Ramos Vignolas. And then there'll be probably a short break until the evening session. Martinez against Hanfmann is our first match in the evening session. And then to round things off, it is Alejandro Tabilo who put out Kristin Garin last night against Miomir Kecmanovic, the number 6 seed from Serbia. So plenty more tennis to come here on quarterfinals day. We'll take a short break. Back in a few moments' time for the second quarterfinal, Bagnis against Ramos Vignolas.
Señoras y señores, estamos atentos al ingreso de los jugadores en este momento. Saludamos cordialmente del club central a Facundo Bagnis. A sus 31 años, el profesional sube en el lugar 74 del ranking en la edición 2021 del Thiago Open. Bagnis llegó a su primera final en este torneo europeo. Viene de disputar de la primera Open y en Santiago ya derrotó a Bernabé Zapata Miralles y a Hugo Taller. Saludamos de Argentina a Facundo Bagnis. Asimismo, Albert Ramos Vignolas, oriundo de Barcelona, viene de ganar el Córdoba Open y se convirtió en su cuarto título al
Welcome back and welcome on court to Albert Ramos Vignolas, the number 2 seed here in the Chile Open. He has been in terrific form. Wonderful win yesterday against Carlos Tabaner, his compatriot. And obviously straight from the title in Cordoba, 4th title of his career. Up against him, Facundo Bagnis of Argentina, the number 8 seed, finalist here last year.